Welcome to my channel, Susan's Just Making It. I'm Susan, and as always, I'm here making stuff, messes, chaos, and just trying to make it through life. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if this is your first time watching, welcome to my channel. Hope everyone's doing great today, and if you like the video, thumbs up's always appreciated. Really helps my channel. So today's video is a collab video. I am collabing with Pia over at Makeup by Pia W, and we will be using the ABH Norvina Volume 3, which looks like this, to create an eyeshadow look and see what we can come up with. I have not used this palette yet because I have to admit it scares me a little bit. For those of you that are not familiar with the color story, this is what the color story looks like. And yeah, it's a little scary because it's like very, very colorful. We've got oranges, purples, greens, golds in there. And I've picked it up and looked at it a couple of times, but I just am like, I just don't know what to do. So today I'm going to be challenging myself to see what I can do with this palette. Hopefully it turns out okay and not scary. We'll see. I can see it going clown-like very quickly, but I will have a link to Pia's video down in the description box. So if you're watching my video first, please make sure to go over and check out her video and see what look she came up with. I'm sure it's gorgeous. And if you came from Pia's channel and came over to mine to check out my look, I appreciate you doing so and stopping by. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the look. All I did was fill in my brows a little bit with this Winky Lux brow pencil. I use this a lot. It's my favorite. When it runs out, I'll probably be a little sad. And I primed my eyelids for shadow with this Revlon Color Stay primer. I've used this a few times and I'm really liking it. So that's all I've done so far. I'm going to go ahead and apply the eyeshadow. If it turns out okay and I'm happy with it, I will pause, finish my look with like liner, mascara, clean up any fallout, and attempt to do a full face. I don't do a heavy full face, but I will put on like tinted moisturizer, blush, highlighter, all that good stuff, lip color. So let's see what I can do with this. And thank you very much, Pia, for collabing with me. I really appreciate that. And let's see. So the first thing I'm going to do is try to find a nice fluffy brush to start with. And I think this will do it. I'm just going to set this down next to me because it's a big palette. I'm going to probably glance to my right to use the mirror next to me because to me the palette's too big to really hold on to use that mirror and balance it and everything. So I found a really nice fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into this color, which is C3. It's a nice brown color, and I apologize about not picking the palette up 50 times because yeah, a little awkward. So I'm just going to go in over my crease and like pat it in because these colors are very pigmented, and we will blend it in and go from there. So this video is going up on Thursday, April 27th, and it would have been my mother's birthday today if she were still with us. She passed almost 15 years ago. In July it'll be 15 years, and when I think about it, I cannot believe that much time has passed. It's just kind of surreal in a way. Even though my mom's been gone for 15 years, I really miss her every day. I think of her really, really often. And I don't know, sometimes there will be things going on in my life or with the family, and I just wish she was still here to, you know, be a part of it and experience it. Okay, this was a little bit more pigmented than I realized, but we'll work with it. Hopefully when I get some other colors, it'll be okay. I swatched a few colors and I didn't realize this was as pigmented, so I'm just going to blend to, you know, soften it up a little bit. It's a little bit darker than I really care for. It's all good. So yeah, when I think about my mom, it's usually, I mean, we had our ups and downs through the years. I was in my mid-30s when she passed. I had our ups and downs, but when I remember her, I usually remember the good stuff or the funny stuff, because yeah, my mom was a character. My mom and my grandmother, but my mom wasn't as intense as my grandmother was, but my mom had her ways. Let me tell you, a Taurus through and through. Stubborn. Tauruses can be stubborn. That would be my mom. My mother could hold a grudge for years. You know, most people will get upset or have an issue, and you know, I think most people I know that can hold a grudge, not more than a few months, but my mom could hold a grudge for years. She was not one to get over things easily. And you guys are probably getting tired of seeing all my posts announcing the arrival of my granddaughter. She arrived on Monday evening at 8:10 my time, weighing in at a whole whopping huge 5 pounds 14 ounces, which to me is like, I told my son when he's like, do you want to come up to the hospital and see her? I said, I'm scared to hold her. She's so tiny, because all my kids are around 8.5 pounds. So you're handing me a 5 pound something baby, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so tiny. But she's perfect. She's absolutely perfect. We are so happy to have her. She's the first girl that's been born in the family in quite a while. And she's precious. At first I thought she looked a lot like her mom, but the more I see her, she looks a lot like my son. So there's that. And actually it matches my shirt pretty good. That was not planned. So that's as much as I'm going to be able to blend it down. It's a little bit darker than I want to work with, but we'll go with it. And I'm going to keep this brush handy because it's really nice and fluffy. I'm going to try to keep this somewhat simple because I've been trying to keep them a little bit simpler. I don't know how successful I am, but I'm trying to. So I think I want to pick up this yellow, which is E4, if you have the palette. It's a bright yellow. And I'm going to just try to blend a little bit of that up in here. Hopefully it'll soften this color a little bit. We'll see. Which it appears to be a little bit. I don't know. The light here is weird. It's kind of overcast today, so I'm using my ring light. I don't know how wonderful the light is, but we'll make it work. So yeah, so my granddaughter is a Taurus, and I hope she's not as stubborn as my mom was. Otherwise my son and Jada have their hands full, because they've got strong personalities too. So especially my son definitely has strong personality, so should be interesting to see how this goes. I'm going to actually take this yellow. It's really bright, like I said, but I'm going to go ahead and put it all the way up under my brow bone, because there's not really a light color in here to work with for under my brow. There are a couple light colors, but they're shimmers, and I mean, if it works for other people, it's fine, but personally, I don't care for a shimmer right under my brow. I've used them before, and I don't know. I feel, I don't know, like it's too much. So I'll just put this yellow up under here and see. Hopefully it will work. Tried to clean my brows up. I didn't do a very good job, but it's whatever. I've been busy the last couple of days. Now when I'm done, I am going to turn the brightness down on the ring light, because it's definitely not the same as the natural light in the room. So that'll be a more true light. I like it much better with the yellow. To me it looks a little bit warmer and not as intense. Like I said, it's looking at right straight on, it looks really dark, but in the room itself it doesn't look as intense, so hopefully it'll be okay. Because these colors are so super intense, I don't think I'm gonna do like a crease color unless I have to. I'm just gonna take, I'm not sure how well it's gonna work, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna just take this all over shadow brush. I think it'll be okay. And I'm loving these shimmers they have on the right. In row 5, there's a green, a gold, and a purple that I'm really in love with. And I think I'm going to go in with this purple shimmer. I'm going to see if it applies well with the brush. We'll see. So yeah, my mom, she was something else. She was easy to anger too, sometimes. So if she was in a bad mood, we kind of treaded lightly. We weren't going to escalate anything. My mom was having a bad day. That's not the day to start any mischief or anything like that, because, oh boy, you'd know about it real quick. If you didn't know my mom was in a bad mood and you started something, you'd find out pretty quick. Not that my mom was a bad person. She was a very good person, very kind-hearted and stuff. It's just she had her ways. When she passed, I was in the habit of calling her every day, just if for nothing more to say, "Hi Mom, how are you doing today? Have anything planned?" and stuff like that, just to kind of, you know, check in for the day. When she passed, my mother was not ill for a period of time, so it wasn't like we were prepared. Was relatively unexpected and sudden. She went in for surgery and she just had a hard time recovering from that surgery, and that's how we lost her. But for a good couple weeks after she passed, you see I'm getting some fallout here, I would catch myself reaching for the phone, and I'd have to remind myself that my mom wasn't here anymore. It was really rough for a while there. I literally would catch myself grabbing the phone to call her. I think of her a lot. I really do. And with the birth of my, you know, grandchildren and stuff, I'm always thinking, I wonder what my mother would have thought of them. But it's this is a circle of life. I'm gonna blend this in. It's very pretty purple. I think it looks really good next to this. In the pan, this looks like a light brown, but on my lids it actually has more of an orange color to it. And I think the orange and purple look really, really nice together. I really like that color. And it looks like this is going to be somewhat of a bold look. I think with this palette, there's no way not to have a colorful look. There's neutrals in here, but they're still not what I would say very neutral. So I'm going to try to get away with using this brush. Sometimes I'm trying to get some of the pigment off of it. Two memories that like really stand out in my memory of my mom. I might have told this story before. Now I'm going to put that green shimmer in, and hopefully it works together with the purple and the more orangey color, but I'm going to just bring this in here. I remember one time when we were fishing. We went fishing for the day. Well, actually my dad was fishing. My mom and my sister and I kind of were wandering a little bit. I remember that time my mom stepped on that rock that had a lot of moss on it, and she slid into the, you know, started to slide in the water a little bit, like her feet and lower legs. And my sister and I, we couldn't have been that old at the time, maybe like 8, 9, 10, somewhere in that neighborhood. We weren't really young, but we weren't teenagers yet. And we're laughing, of course, because we thought it was hysterical. My mom, not so much. And I mean, she didn't get hurt. I think her arm got scraped a little bit when she fell on the rock, but she didn't get hurt. But we were laughing, and my mom, more than getting wet or slipping, she was upset because her cigarettes were floating away. But we're laughing, and she says, "Oh, don't help me, just stand there laughing, you damn fools." I'll never forget that because it was so funny. My mom just was not seeing the same humor that my sister and I were. But I'll never forget it. It was funny. My mom used to get mad, like, because if we'd laugh at any type of things like that happened with her, she did not ever see the humor in it. Then there was a time that we lived in an apartment complex, and we were moving from one apartment to the next, I think a bigger apartment. And my parents had a waterbed, and they were trying to drain the waterbed mattress to move the waterbed. And my mom it was getting to where it wasn't flowing, the water wasn't flowing well. So my mom tried to, like, kind of, you know, make suction. She got the end of the hose and she was sucking out a little bit to get the water to come. And the water came, and she started choking on the water from the waterbed. So of course my sister and I thought that was hilarious too. She did not. I said, "Mom, we will never let you siphon gas." She didn't see the humor in that either. She's like, "Oh, fine, I'm not helping anymore." Okay, I think that, I don't know, it's colorful, but I'm trying to decide how I feel about it. I'm not quite sure. I may need to, I gotta take a look real quick and see how I feel about this. I've been questioning makeup skills lately a lot. I feel like I'm just not the greatest at it. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna hang up my hat with makeup or not. Not everything's for everybody, and I'm wondering if this is just not my thing. I don't know. Wondering if the purple's gonna work. I'm gonna try something and hope I don't make it a disaster. I'm gonna go into this D2, which is a purple, and try to, like, shape this purple a little bit. I feel like it's just a blob there. I am getting quite a bit of fallout with some of these colors. So I'm definitely going to have to be cleaning this up. Yeah, I feel like I need to bring it into my crease a little bit here. Or actually above my crease with my hooded eyes. I don't want to close my eyes in any more than they already are. I find having hooded eyes and almond shaped eyes sometimes is a challenge working with eye makeup. And I noticed my new granddaughter has the family little eyes. My mom, my brothers and sisters, and myself, my son Zachary really has the squinty little eyes, and I'm seeing him in Artemis too. So she's definitely got our eyes. I feel like I'm just looking more like a zombie than anything else for some reason with these colors. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not much for makeup for some reason, especially lately. Just gonna try to blend this out a little bit. I kind of sit down and say, oh, I'm gonna do this color. Just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just gonna have to make the best of this. Clean up this fallout. Try to, you know, clean it up a little bit here with some shade. I know a lot of people use the you know, tape it off and stuff. I just after I put my eyeshadow on, I just take a makeup wipe and you know, clean it up to shape it a little bit. And I'm not sure how I'm liking this. I'm gonna go ahead, because the video is getting longer than I intended, because I'm struggling a little bit with these colors, which I kind of figured I would. I'm gonna go ahead and pause, clean up the fallout, try to shape this up a little bit, finish off my eyes, put on some face makeup, and see how it looks. I'm not sure about it right now, so we'll see once I finish everything up if it ends up looking okay. So I will be back momentarily. Okay, I am back. I managed to, I guess, salvage the look that I wasn't sure about. So this is how my completed eye look is. And I know that there's, like, you know, kind of not much shadow here, but if I tend to put shadow in that corner, it irritates my eyes. So this is how we're doing it. So again, we use the Norvina Volume 3, which I will show you the colors again. And here's the color story. And the colors I used were the purple and the green shimmer. I was going to put gold on my inner corner and I forgot. Oh well, it'll be alright. And then I used this color. That's what I started with. And I brought in this purple here. And I used a little bit of this yellow to blend down the color here. And I can't believe I forgot my inner corner gold. It'll be alright. So those are the colors I used from the palette. The rest of the products I used on my face today. Like I mentioned, I used this brow pencil from Winky Lux and the Revlon Color Stay eyeshadow primer. I didn't use a face primer today because I just didn't feel like it. I used this CoverGirl CC Smoothers BB cream. And then I set it with this Milani 02 Nude pressed powder. For blush, I used this baked blush. Let's see. I'm going to put my glasses on. Oh, I have new glasses, so hopefully I can see a little bit better. It's Hot Terrain bronzing blush from, it says Color Kind. It says Folly Fire. I'm not sure 100% the brand. I purchased this from Riri's Beauty Buys, so that's the information that's on here. But it's a really pretty color. It's a baked blush, like a bronzing blush. Gorgeous. So that's what I used for blush. And then for highlighter, I use this Pure Cosmetics that I just got in my ice cream beauty bag, and it's called Velvet Vixen Moonlight, and it's got a really pretty, like, purplish pink color to it. So it's my highlighter. And then I put the matte purple from the palette under my lower lashes. I used the Rimmel London Shake It Fresh. I love this mascara. It does not clump. It does not clump. So that's what I used for mascara. I did use some concealer, and I used the e.l.f. I was trying to see. It's the, oh my goodness. It's the 16-hour Camo Concealer Matte Finish. Ow. And it's medium. And then for lip color, I use this NYX It says NYX Professional Makeup. Let's see the shade note. The name of this is In Love. So that's what I used. I'm trying to use something with a little bit of a purplish tint since I've got the purple in the eyeshadow. I wasn't sure how I felt about it because this is what it looks like. It's like a very mauve-y color, but I like it. So that is what I used on my face. I don't do like a real heavy face makeup, and the eye's a little bolder than I would wanted to go today, but I think it's okay. So I'm just trying to find the controls to my ring light. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off just so you can see the look in a slightly different light. As with it's a little bit the overcast natural light, which is just showing up like way more, like you can see it's gone, but I don't know. I tried to blend it a little bit, but it's gonna be okay for today because that's what we're doing. Like I said, if I have too much shadow right in this little area, it tends to irritate my eyes for some reason. So I'm trying not to do that today. So that's that. And I swear when I look in the mirror straight ahead, it does not look as, I don't know, looks different. So anyway, that is what I came up with using the Norvina Volume 3. If you would be so kind as to go check out Pia's look, that would be wonderful. I'm sure it's gorgeous. She does amazing makeup. She really does. And I want to thank you for taking a little time out of your day to spend with me. I really appreciate it. And until the next video, bye everyone.